Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. So the Closer Show is episode 27, the Rogue One. No. We obviously having a little bit of fun here this morning. Last night was actually the launch of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And it was kind of funny because I see a lot of similarities in, wait a second, before I get into that. Yes, I did go see the movie last night. Yes, it was a 12:40 showing. Some of you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You'll see we showed up actually originally. Gonna love audio issues over here, which is great. We were literally, the movie theater is not too far from here in the office and not far from my house. And we're literally in the same parking lot as the grocery store that I go to, H-E-B here in Austin, Texas. So I went to get some groceries and we're driving by the movie theater and there's like 8 people all decked out in total Star Wars gear, you know? And I'm not quite that extreme, okay? I might wear a Yoda hat every once in a while or something, or I like piggy banks, and I saw this one here in Disney. We actually saw this on the Disney cruise last May, and Seth found it for me in Orlando this last week. But these guys were decked out. If you see the photo, they were really decked out. So we literally pulled over real fast, jumped out, got a photo with them, and then went back to the house. And then later at night, when we showed up at 12:40, of course, it's just full of people that don't have lives. No, I'm just joking. It was a packed house. Obviously, we're pretty excited. Actually taking the whole group to go see Rogue One next Friday before we break for the holiday week. Yeah, there was really not a lot of lightsaber fights in this. And so for those of you guys that aren't Star Wars fans or thinking about going to see the movie, good movie. I would say it's like chapter 3.5. If you figure the 8 or really 9 movies that have come out, if you include the Ewok adventure in there, which most people didn't watch. But as far as the movies, it was basically, chapter 3.5. It led up to Princess Leia getting the actual Death Star plans. And so, great movie, a lot of action, new characters, which is always kind of cool. But it didn't, I think a lot of people were hoping it would lead off with, where the last one left off with Luke Skywalker being found and coming back as a Jedi. But
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, exactly. It doesn't end that way. It doesn't start that way. This is before that. So, anyway, why are we kind of talking about this? Well, I think the movie's great because it has new characters. It's got some new storylines to it. And I think a lot of us kind of walk that same way. A lot of investors, and this goes into real estate or whatever, when you get into something new, I think we all want to be Jedis at something. We all want to be really, really good at something, right? But we don't have the patience. We don't have either the patience or the time to put into learning something new to get to the point where we're a Jedi now. Chase likes to talk about, what does it take, 10,000 hours to become an expert at something? Where I'm at today is not at all where I was back in 2010. I was actually going through some emails this morning, just kind of identifying some things, and I look at kind of the crazy, it's hard to believe the last 7 years has been really amazing, lots of ups and downs. And so what I thought I talked about today is that we all have our own story to tell, okay? There can only be really one Darth Vader, okay? There can only be one Luke Skywalker. But if you are a Star Wars fan, guess what? There's also 1,000 other good guys and 1,000 other bad guys, okay? I think it's what we like so much about Marvel when the stories are coming out. Got a ton of these good guys versus a ton of bad guys, too. That's why I like movies like that. Because it gives not only great marketing ideas for us to use rolling out, but it also tells really good stories. And that's what if you're watching this and you're brand new to real estate or you've been doing something in real estate, you have your own story to tell. All right? Nobody will walk in your shoes unless you're going down the roads that somebody has gone before, but nobody knows what's going on, whether you're working, what your family life is, what your financial life is, if you've got kids, what your background is. Everybody tells their own story, okay? So my story is different than most people because of a couple of things. When I got into the note business, I was newly divorced. I've been divorced. Well, I take that back. I'd done a couple note deals when I was married, but I got divorced, and really the year that between my divorce and when I really started focusing more so on the note stuff, I was doing all sorts of real estate. So I was coaching for a guy and traveling the country. And at one point, I literally spent 13 weeks on the road working with new investors all across the country on their real estate business, doing short sales, door knockings, foreclosures, postcards, marketing, helping raise capital, get deals closed. And I was really good when we'd have workshops. I would literally come into a city with two of my compadres a couple days early, map out, and we would literally close deals in front of the attendees over a 3-day weekend. Like, we would get stuff wholesaled, or we get stuff put under contract and moved to other people, literally get stuff done in a week. And somebody asked on the nationwide note closures, I think it was Brian asked a question, Brian Horton asked a question, if you got dropped off in a city with no contacts, no resources, what would you do? And I was like, well, I guess you're talking about what would you do real estate wise, because it was a real estate website, a real estate Facebook group. And I said, listen, I go to the local library, free internet there. I would jump online, find the local meetup, the local real estate clubs. That would give me a list of potential buyers. I then go to this local zoning code enforcement office, find the amount of distressed houses that they had, because those would be ideal properties. And then I start picking up the phone and start dialing for dollars so I can find a free phone somewhere. All right, or I'd stand out in the corner and say, hey, we'll work for food, work for a few hours, get some money, and then start calling people to identify potential deals to put together. That's what I would do. I mean, easy way to wholesale some money, but if you don't have the money to take the whole deal down, that's why wholesale is so important, because you put it under contract and make things happen. But getting away from that now, we have all our own story to tell. Everybody's got their own story to tell. I don't care what your excuse is, whether you're bankrupt, or you've been through a bankruptcy, or you're going through a divorce, or you've been divorced. You've lost a house. You've had your car repoed. Everybody has a story. And I'm a big believer that God doesn't give us anything that we can't handle. All right, even of our toughest moments, God doesn't give us anything that we can't handle. It's whether or not you allow yourself to get through it, to learn more about yourself in that low period, to develop skills, and to really hone who you are and faith in yourself to come out the other end and doing a lot well. I can't tell you the amount of times in the first few years I had people doubt me. I had the people that I used to work for doubt me. Oh, you can't do that. Or even when I started closing note deals, they wanted me to go train somebody else so they could align themselves with somebody else for their students versus somebody who worked for them and made them a ton of money. All right. It got to the point where they were actually starting to use my deals to help promote themselves when I wasn't even working for them anymore, which is kind of funny. So we all have a story to tell. Like I said, when I was getting into this, I'd been divorced for a year. The market changed. I had some rehabs that were going that just when the market tanked, it left me in a bad, dry place. So I had to write checks and make investors whole and just get rid of a couple deals just to be done with them, because they were just sucking me dry each month. All right, and I think many people have been through that. Many people have been through foreclosures and short sales and being repoed or having investment property stuff. You're in real estate. It's going to happen. It's how you react or how you take care of people that really develops your muster, I guess, along the way. Really hones in, makes you that iron strong, I guess you could say. Makes you steel, not blue steel, but strong in your own faith and your abilities. And that's one thing I think a lot of new people struggle with is their abilities. Yes, I get it's new. I'm not exactly sure of things, but sometimes common sense is really where it needs to go. All right? Sometimes you just got to pick up the phone and call. Sometimes you just got to drop an email. So many people sit on the sidelines afraid to act that it ends up costing them in the long run. You're never going to go wrong by acting. Making a decision is better than not making a decision, because then you still are making a decision not to do something. All right? And so as you guys are getting into it, and as you go into this next year, you've been going through things this last year, you're writing your own story. We all have a different story. We're all a different Jedi. We're all a different, was it a Padawan? Is that what they call the Jedis in training, right? Mm-hmm. We're all different Padawans of some sort. My business is getting better because I develop my skills more. Your guys are developing your skills more, depending on the more offers you make, the people you reach out to, the people you talk to. Your marketing becomes better. The more people you talk to online, and the more posts you put together. Great post by Stacy and Karen Wall. You say with Mike Holmes on that whole property with the gift wrapping. Give your self-directed IRA a gift for Christmas. Ryan and Greg in the office, with the help of Jen and Nicole, put together some great little marketing pieces we're starting to get feedback off of, which is great. And that's one thing you got to realize. You've probably heard me talk about the unfinished bridge, analogy, where if you're sitting over here, let's flip it around, because you're watching this in reverse, right? You're over here, here's where you want to be, and you've got this cliff to get across, or this chasm. And so many times, people only will start one thing and start another thing and start another thing without actually finishing anything. So literally building unfinished bridges. Well, I think you guys, especially Greg and Ryan, you guys are like, oh, I see everything came together yesterday. Yeah. Like we've been with these Facebook groups. So we started off with these meetup groups that did good for a while, then failed because meetup changed their settings. All right. Greg was probably wondering, why the heck am I putting these lists together from NoteCamp of everybody in their markets? Okay. When are you going to use them? And we used those yesterday to start driving bids in on assets that some people bid on, they got countered on, and then they flaked off. So we're taking lemons, shaking it up. I'm not really making lemonade. We're making, what is it, limoncellos?
Sure.
Limoncello's better than lemonade.
Margaritas.
Not margaritas. No. We're not adding tequila to it. Maybe a lot of vodka. Gin and the vodka. Anyway. What I'm trying to get at, guys, is don't be discouraged if things aren't going as fast as you need them to go. As long as you're taking action, as long as you're doing things, doing something new and pushing your comfort level, you're building character, you're building your business blocks. What you don't want to do is find yourself kidding yourself and doing the same things over and over again. I'll give you an example. Somebody who's really taken the ball and running with it lately has been Ron Lambert, who's a friend of ours, investor here. He's been through the workshop. He's not a mastermind group, but Ron works full time, and Ron's probably going to watch this later. So hi, Ron. Ron literally sent an email. Hey, Scott, I'm tired of just going. I want to do something. He's joint ventured with a couple people, but he wants to take the bull by the horns, and so he's out making offers now for his own stuff. He's going to do it in this part time. He's been going and networking into the Quest IRA events and local REIA clubs, which is great. When you work full time, that's not all that you have available. But he's realizing that he's got more time between 7 p.m. and 2 a.m. to actually get some stuff done. So big kudos to Ron, because he's taken that next step to start making offers and pulling in bids for himself for his own business, which is great. All right. There's a lot of people that are doing that. A lot of people are closing stuff. If you guys follow anybody online, you may want to check out Adam Adams. He does a great job with his marketing and pulling off RSS feeds and having relevant content. All right. There's a lot of people do great things. You guys, if you ever get a chance to watch the Note MBA podcast with Chase Thompson and Robbie Woods, these are two guys, two buddies of ours, I guess you'd say brothers from another mother, who have started documenting their journey of the last really 2 years. And they've all everybody's come from a different background. Chase is a different background than Robbie, and Ron's a different background than both of them, than all of us combined. I don't care what your background is. You can have success in whatever you put your mind to and whatever your interest is by just taking action. And a lot of people, you will use the excuse, well, I can't be like Scott Carson, or I can't be like Eddie Speed, or I can't be like Darth Vader, so I'm just not going to do it. Why? There's enough out there for everybody. There's enough galaxies to conquer for us all. All right? You don't have to listen to people say, oh, you're too small, the banks will never sell to you. That's bullshit. That's straight up a flat out lie. If you want to buy direct from the bank, start calling banks. Eventually you'll find somebody or some bank that has assets for sale. It's the truth. It's a law of numbers. There's too many banks out there that have too much negative stuff on their books not to make phone calls, not to reach out to those individuals. The big thing that you have to realize too is successful people that want to be successful, do the most productive thing at any given moment. Okay, we talked about yesterday getting rid of your to-do list and just focusing on the big rocks. Successful people, truly successful people, are doing the most productive thing in any given moment. Okay? Maybe it's not watching TV. And I've fallen into the habit when I get home, I just want to shut my brain down. I do watch a little bit of TV. Or somebody will complain that I watch a lot of sports. I love sports. All right? It's a good time of year right now. NFL's getting pretty good. You have the bowl game's kicking off this weekend. It's great. I'm not going to watch a lot of it. But a lot of people do. They give into that. You know? We notice that with the Monday night calls. On Monday night, when the Monday night football starts, it dips a little bit when it comes back. So Whatever your story is, it's your story. Own it. Don't be embarrassed. We all have mistakes we've made. All right, in the past. The beautiful thing, it's in the past. Keep taking steps forward, and you'll eventually achieve success beyond your dreams if you just keep moving forward, keep failing forward, keep making progress. Get outside your comfort level. If you never get outside your comfort level, you're never going to grow. You're never going to have success, and you're going to grow frustrated faster than you achieve success, and you're going to give up. So you have to keep pushing yourself forward, get beyond your comfort levels, and really go make your own nut war story. Any questions, any comments from people?
George Crocker says you can't say can't. Right?
Can't say can't?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was from your previous.
Oh, okay.
Not being able to do something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ron Lambert says hello.
Hey, Ron. Good job, buddy.
So that's about it.
Now, one of the great things, Ryan and Greg, why don't you pull your chairs over here real fast, okay? So, I don't know if we can adjust them so they can come in there so they can get me close, guys.
You gotta get right behind him.
Get behind me here.
There you go.
All right. So you got Greg Arciso. It's all right to squat down a little bit, or adjust the camera. I want you to move the camera up there a little bit.
Let's do that a little bit. Make it not so jerky.
And Ryan Soa here, okay? These guys are in the office and helping Jen. Jen is handling all the bids we get from our mastermind, stuff like that. But what happens is when Jen gets bids in that people are like, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm scared, and run, we throw these to these guys, and they do a little bit extra research. They pull pictures of the properties. They're pulling numbers, rent rates. Does it look occupied? I mean, if anything looks like shit, you guys get rid of it, right, Ryan? Right. And then you guys also take the time to jump on Canva and take an actual photo that you've pulled online and work the numbers, and you run some formulas, right, Greg? Yeah. Figure out what it would be like if you reinstate the loan based on the potential counter that we have, or what it could be like to be a potential rental, especially the ones that we got their contract for deeds, because that's really what you're going to see. You're going to see either be a rental, an REO sale, or you're going to keep it as you keep it either as a reinstatement modification. It's occupied. If it's not occupied, you're turning it into an REO sale, or keep it as a rental if it doesn't need that much work. And so these guys have put together, was it 8 deals?
8 deals.
Yes?
10.
Oh, 10 deals, okay.
10.
And they're in, you got one in North Carolina, right?
Yeah, Laurel Hill.
Laurel Hill, nice, good looking little property, right?
Yeah.
But all these deals look like they're about at least a 20% mod rate for the most part. Is that right?
20% plus ROI.
Yeah, exactly. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group or joined the Nationwide Note Closers Facebook group, do it, because Ryan and Greg are both posting deals there. You've also started posting these in your different specific city unit groups, right? Or city Facebook groups. Okay. So definitely worth checking out. These guys are doing a great job. If you like any of the deals that they're posting, they've posted their emails, really easy. Ryan at We Close Notes or Greg at We Close Notes. And they'll get the list out to you. This is important to keep in mind. No joker brokers. We don't want to create a daisy chain. So if you're not serious, don't call us looking for deals to wholesale. These are for serious investors only, buyers only. We'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Give you guys a big round. Yay! They're doing a really good job. And they've been developing lists and other things over the last couple months, and it's really starting to pay off now that they kind of see the full picture when it comes to. They've built those bridges. Now they're using the bridges completely to make things happen on a much faster basis. And that's one of the things that we were working up to for 2017, is you'll start seeing a lot more of those individual deals come across our social media, our Facebook. You got a couple bids in from the Facebook posts. A couple people from my Instagram posts too as well are interested in bidding, so that's always a good thing. Anybody else have any questions or comments and stuff?
No, George Crocker says good work, and that's it. We're just posting everybody's emails and Facebook groups.
So good. So guys, I'm not telling you to go out and see the movie this weekend. It may be a little packed.
Until next week.
Until next week, maybe, when it slows down before Christmas. But guys, be your own story. Be your own Jedi story. Be your own Padawan story. Be your own whatever it is. Just own it. And realize everybody goes through hardships. I have never met a successful person, who's never gone through a downturn, never gone at a hiccup along the way. At my lowest point, one of my lowest points, literally, I'd gotten rid of my house, sold about everything. I was renting a room for $400 a month north of here. And I had a deal go sideways that it wasn't going to close in time. And I didn't have money, I didn't have $400 to pay the rent. I remember I was like feeling very depressed that week. I'm like, shit, what am I going to do? And I said, I just got to find a way. I found a way to get paid, but I was like, crap. Okay. And a couple weeks later is when I was, I swallowed my pride. I moved with my younger brother for a little bit. And then decided about a month and a half later, the whole nationwide note tour with me traveling. And that took off, and I just based my faith on taking action. Now, like I said before, I knew I was a different individual. A lot of you guys can go sell everything. It might be a little hard to sell your kids and your wife, okay? Some of you maybe want to sell your kids and your wife, but you can't, all right? But I took an opportunity and ran with it because I knew I had an opportunity. I was divorced, no kids. I just had Princess with me.
Aw, Franny.
Yeah, me and Princess traveling the country. It's okay. If you're going through hardships, it's okay. If you're going through hell, keep on going. You might get through it before the devil even knows you're there. Okay, if you're going through hell, keep on going. You might just get through it before the devil even knows you're there. So, I know it's Christmas time. Some people are getting excited, and other people are also depressed about the holidays. Don't be depressed. If you're by yourself, pick up the phone, call somebody. I guarantee somebody's willing to have you come on over, chill out, do something. Nobody wants to be alone this holiday season. So don't be alone in your own story. If you're having a hard time, hey, just keep trucking. Drop us an email, drop us a phone call. We're glad to get on the phone and help you out any way we possibly can. So until Monday, everybody. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. It's going to be cold here in most of the United States except for Florida. Friends are going on cruises. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. I'll do that. I'll start bragging when I go on the cruise and when it's 112 degrees. So, all right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us for the Note Closers Show, episode 27.
Yes, Rogue One.
Rogue One. Your own Note War story.